Hello everybody! Today we're going to unbox, take a close-up look and test the Wolf Watch and Jewellery Roll. So let's first take a look around the outside of the box. So in this box is a Wolf Watch and Jewellery Roll. And just taking a look at the details of this gift box packaging. And now let's go ahead and open it up by undoing the ribbon at the top. And just setting the ribbon to the side and sliding off the outer card sleeve and just setting that to the side and giving you a look at the box as it is before I start handling it, and giving you a look at the closer up details as well. Okay, now let's go ahead and open up the box by lifting up or wiggling off the box lid and just setting it down and taking a look directly inside of it. Let's lift out the rest of the contents and set it on the tabletop. And let's tip the contents out very carefully and setting that on the tabletop, and we can close the box back up, seeing that we've just removed the contents from it. So box to the side and just setting the rest of the contents across the tabletop and giving you that full and clear view of the contents of this Wolf Watch and Jewellery Rolls box packaging. Okay, let's start off by first taking a look at this packet. So there is a packet here. Let's slide the contents out from it and just checking through, making sure that nothing else is left behind in the card packet, and just setting that to the side as well and giving you a look at this booklet with the warranty information. So taking a look at both items. Actually, let's take a look at them one at a time. So there is some information here with Wolf's history and information. So just setting that down and moving right along to the warranty card itself. And opening up the card to give you a look at the contents of this warranty booklet. Okay, and setting that down. Let's set that on the left hand side of the table, seeing that we're running out of space on the right side. Okay, and moving right along to the Wolf Watch and Jewellery Roll itself, we can see that it is packaged in what appears to be a dust bag. So just sliding that outer dust bag off or pouch off and checking through, making sure nothing else is left inside. We can, of course, set that down as well. So just setting it on the left hand side of the tabletop and moving right along to the watch and jewellery roll itself. So we can see that it is further wrapped with Wolf branded wrapping paper. Let's undo it And just setting the paper to the side and giving you a look at the Wolf Watch and Jewellery Roll on its own. So just going to set it on the tabletop. And it's going to tip over slightly, but nonetheless giving you a full and clear view of this Wolf Watch and Jewellery Roll from the My Legacy event. Okay, so now let's go ahead and take a close-up look. So giving you a look at the watch and jewellery roll, so you can see the details up close. And of course, for some sense of size and scale, and of course perspective, giving you a look at the watch roll resting in the palm of my hand, and cupping and holding it as well. It's right there, giving you some sense of the size of the watch roll. Okay, so now let's take some closer in looks at the watch roll. We can see the leather grading right throughout, and it does have a shiny kind of golden hue button right there. And taking a look at the side of this watch and jewellery roll, and of course on the reverse or back side. And underside or bottom of the watch roll, so right there. An overall look at this Wolf watch and jewellery roll. And now let's pop it open, but before I do that, actually giving you some idea of the sturdiness or hardness of this watch roll. So you can see it does have a lightly padded construction, but on the main body of the watch roll, really rigid and stiff. However, the sides, as I mentioned, have some light padding to it, and there is some structure within it. Now let's go ahead and open it up by popping open that button or stud fastening. And we can see that there are two studs there to adjust the coverage or closure of the watch roll. So giving you a look inside right there with a little bit more light. And the overall details, so you can see the lining on the underside. It does feel like micro suede, so very, very soft and fine. So just rubbing my finger along its surface, you can see super smooth in feel. So giving you a look right there overall of this Wolf watch and jewellery roll. So you can see the Wolf branding towards the back, and it does have the slogan right there, protect your legacy, at the back of the watch and jewellery roll. Okay, and there is a packet of possibly desiccant, so we're just going to set that to the side and giving you a more thorough look. And let's lift out the roll itself inside, and it does feel very, very soft and luxurious to the touch. But nonetheless, just giving you a look at the rest of the details. Now you can see the Wolf branding and the Protect Your Legacy slogan there at the back of this watch and jewelry roll, and the overall details as well. So you can see the rest of the very, very fine, what I believe is micro suede lining right throughout. So very, very luxurious and soft to the touch. However, once again, giving you an overall look at the structure and design of this watch roll. So let me fasten it shut with that stud fastening. And of course, 2 levels of closure. So right there, if you have much larger watches or a much larger watch, giving you a bit more clearance right there with the 2 positions for the lid or closure. And you can see the stitching detail as well, very, very consistent for this watch and jewelry roll. And let's close it back up for now at the tightest setting or position, and setting it down so that we can look at the roll itself, the holder. So giving you a look at the holder, and we can see that it does have a 2-tone core to it, but nonetheless, once again, we see that very familiar micro suede finish or covering on this holder. And to give you some idea, the ends are solid. So right there, that part is solid throughout. However, you can see that the main body is nice and soft as I squeeze it with my fingers, and the core does feel mostly round to go with that shape. Or tube inside of it. So let's slide it out and take a look right there at the other details. And just going to set the holder itself down, but before I do that, giving you a look, even the insides of it is lined as well with that micro suede material, as you can see. Okay, just setting that down as well, just looking for a clear spot so it doesn't get in the way as we look at the capsule of this watch roll. You can see that it does have this pull tab as well. Maybe it's a pull tab, maybe it's not, let's find out. But nonetheless, giving you a look. So it does have that same rigid or sturdy and firm structure as we saw with the main part of the watch roll itself. The outer covering having that grain leather finish. And let's pop it open. Let's take a look. So we can see that there are 2 compartments on the inside, and just trying to figure out if this is meant to be removed. So that is removable by, of course, peeling it off. Not quite sure why it's even there. Maybe it's to protect the sides from abrasive wear. But but nonetheless giving you a look at the inside. So right there, two little wells for ring and charm storage. So giving you a look this way instead. And of course for some sense of size and scale and perspective once again, this time with the capsule or ring holder or ring storage box. Right there, giving you a look. Okay, and just closing that up. And it does have that very nice sounding closure as well, with what appears to be a magnetic closure. So a little bit of detail right there. As you can see, it does slam shut near the end and stays that way with that magnetic closure. Okay, let's pop the tube back in to the watch holder itself. So there, giving you a look. Very simple insertion of the ring holder box into the watch holder. So let's put it all back together and giving you a look as well. The overall design, and you can see that the watch holder does stay in place in the case, and just with a little bit of effort does lift out. Okay, so just popping the holder back in and closing it back up so you can see it return to its packed state. So right there, front and back, bottom and top of this Wolf Watch and Jewellery Roll. Okay, now let's go ahead and test it out with a watch. So over here I have a Tudor Heritage Black Bay Harrods Special Edition, which I've unboxed on the channel before, and it does have a Georgia strap, French nylon NATO watch strap in green and navy fitted onto the watch, which I've also unpacked on the channel before. So giving you a look at this 41mm case size watch. And let's strap it onto the watch holder. So just like that, the Tudor Heritage Black Bay Harrods Special Edition reference 79230G fitted onto the watch holder of the Wolf Watch and Jewellery Holder or Roll, and just popping it into the case itself, so giving you a look at the roll. And right there, a nice and clear view. And let's just give the watch a bit of a wipe from any smudges. So right there you can see the overall fitment with the holder pushed down deep into the case itself. And let me just tidy things up a little bit so you have a more detailed view of the overall design and fitment of the watch in the watch and jewelry roll. So now we can close it back up, but before I do that, giving you a look of the side profile as well. So as I mentioned, the watch has a 41mm case size, and with the NATO watch strap, it does push it up slightly higher than it would normally sit. But nonetheless, let's close it, the watch and jewelry roll up, and giving you a look right there at the Titus or normal closure with that stud button fastening. So right there, the Tudor Heritage Black Bay Harrods Special Edition, sitting comfortably inside this Wolf Watch and Jewellery Roll. So giving it a few shakes and once again giving you some idea of this sturdy construction of this watch roll. And popping it open, you can see that the watch is still neatly positioned in the middle of its holder. And let's pop the holder out and just give you another look at the details. It's right there, how it sits on the holder, and of course the ring or earring capsule or holder can still be removed, and you can see that rigid core with the watch strapped onto the holder. So those overall details Okay, so now let's pop the wristwatch off. And popping the watch holder back into the roll and giving you one last look at this Wolf Watch and Jewellery Roll. So that's the Wolf Watch and Jewellery Roll. Thanks for watching and happy storing!